against PSV at Elland Road. Both sides looking to re-establish themselves in Europe. Peter Brackley is your commentator.
It's been a topsy-turvy season for Leeds United, who are playing tonight their 100th European tie. Considered championship contenders at the outset, their form has fluctuated from week to week, and in front of this boisterous Elland Road crowd, they'll have to be at their best surely against one of Holland's finest. The Ghanaian Tony Yeboah, of course, is the trump card. His phenomenal striking has been so inspirational. There's much relief too at Elland Road that Leeds captain Gary McAllister is fit to return to orchestrate midfield manoeuvres. It's the same side that won in Monaco in the last round, which means there's again a place for Noel Whelan, who's hardly featured in the league games this season. PSV Eindhoven are having to cope tonight without their main goal scorer. Ronaldo is out injured, so Eichelkamp plays up front alongside the Belgian international Luc Nilis. Cocu deputises for Hoekstra, who's also unfit, but Vink has recovered to operate in midfield, where Eindhoven have also the talented Wim Jonk, back in Holland after his spell with the Italian giants Inter. Tonight's referee is Angel Lopez Nieto from Spain. And he was the man caught up in the Dinamo Kiev bribes case in the first Champions League match of the 1995-96 season against Panathinaikos. Leeds United in the all-white strip attacking the goal to our right. Two teams with a fine European pedigree. Leeds indeed were twice winners of the old Fairs Cup in the heady days of Brentner, Giles and Jack Charlton. And PSV were champions of Europe, of course, in '88. Tony Yeboah, fantastic record he has since taking on the first team jersey at Leeds United. And there's the first chance. It's away off ahead of Van der Weerden for a corner to Leeds. Yeboah with 11 goals in 13 games for Leeds this season, including a hat-trick in that 3-0 success away to Monaco in the last round. Yeboah being policed by Stan Belks. Weatherall. Kelly having to turn here. John Pemberton. Now Noel Whelan operating on the right side of midfield. Plenty of support tonight for PSV. And the team hoping they can put on a good performance tonight in readiness for the return at the Philips Stadium in 2 weeks' time. Brian Dean. The early flourish has come from Leeds United. So impressive in Monaco in that last round, but then beaten at home in the return leg, and they have struggled at Elland Road this season. They were beaten 3-0 here by Arsenal on Saturday. Here's McAllister, who missed that game because of injury. And he's got another one now. That was a very late tackle then by Marciano Vink, which has left McAllister in obvious discomfort. He's such a key man for Leeds, McAllister, and of course for Scotland too. Deft control here, but then a clattering tackle by Vink. But McAllister's okay. And he will take this free kick. And there's Gary Speed and a goal for Leeds! 5 minutes gone. And that's a perfect start. The Welsh international Gary Speed. And didn't he take it well? He's always been very strong in the air. And that goal was accepted with great aplomb. McAllister, who floated it over invitingly, and Speed with that accurate header right into the corner beyond Vaterus in the PSV Eindhoven goal. So Leeds off to a flying start. Gary Speed with his 4th goal of the season. And PSV just need to retain their composure now. They ain't got a goal down so early on. That was a poor header out as far as Whelan. He's taken by Arthur Newman, the Dutch international defender. Whelan, who hasn't really featured too often under Howard Wilkinson since Tony Yeboah arrived at Elland Road. But I'm sure his time will come. Good control by Nilis. Eichelkamp is up with him. Still Nilis. This is Eichelkamp, and that's the equaliser. Rene Eichelkamp. John Lukic left a bewildered figure then. Celebrations for PSV Eindhoven. 1-1, and we've only been playing 11 minutes. Gillis, who helped to set it up, has gone away from Pemberton here. Carrigo sliding in with a tackle. It falls fortuitously into the path of Eichelkamp, the man who's standing in for the Brazilian Ronaldo. So Leeds' early advantage has been swiftly wiped out. This is Yeboah. Taking on Belts and Newman. And that'll be a free kick to Leeds. Strong, Tony Yeboah. That's fine close control too. He had too much skill then for those bemused PSV Eindhoven defenders. McAllister with the free kick. Kelly. No foul. The referee was right on the spot, saw nothing wrong there. Back in by Gary Speed. Dean not on the end of it, but there's McAllister to fire it through, and Yeboah! Oh! What a miss by Tony Yeboah, of all people. Well, that was amazing. Almost on the goal line then, Yeboah. And only he will know how he failed to convert that opportunity. Fired in by McAllister. It only needed the faintest of touches, but somehow Tony Yeboah screwed it wide. Abukar, the coach of PSV, knowing his team had there the narrowest of escapes. Dorigo. He's back at the Leeds team after 6 matches out. He returned indeed for the game against Arsenal on Saturday. Faber. Van der Weerden. Just too long for Eichelkamp. Then Koku, that threaded through pass is his wing. Eichelkamp at the far post, Vink with the shot. And once again revealing how dangerous they can be on the counter-attack PSV Eindhoven. Right second in the Dutch league at the moment, behind the all-conquering Ajax side. Luciano Vink, who's in his second season back with PSV after playing for Genoa in Italy. Yeboah looking to stretch PSV again. Dean's at the far post. This is Yeboah. Well, he really has endeared himself to the Ellen Road fans. 24 goals in 33 outings for Leeds since he arrived from Eintracht Frankfurt. This for what looks to be now a complete bargain of £3.4 million. On either foot, he can really strike a ball. Good interception though by Vink. Newman. Playing now as a left back for PSV. He's been converted into that role. One he accepted somewhat reluctantly, I gather, but it has earned him his place back in the Dutch national squad. Yeah, Gary Speed is having to go off, which is a big shame for Leeds. The injury clearly proving too discomforting for him. And on comes young Andy Cousins, just 20 years old. A product of the youth scheme at Ellen Road, and a very promising young player too. So they swap one midfield player for another. Throw taken by Gary Kelly. Yeboah. Cousins can't reach it before Vink. Goes to Rigo. And a bad tackle by Cousins. That'll be a caution for him. His enthusiasm got the better of him. And no doubt that deserved a yellow card. Cousins furious with himself. Far too zealous in his challenge on Van der Veerden. The yellow card shown then to Andy Cousins. I wonder if Van der Veerden will be able to continue for too long. Maybe he can just run it off. Here's Vink taking on Dorigo. Brian Dean with a foot in. The PSV certainly have come back strongly after the setback of losing that early goal. One of the great names, of course, of Dutch football. That's Dean with the clearance. Standbouts. Oh, triple clearance by Waterroos, the goalkeeper. And they've got away with it. Here's Newman. And Koku, I thought had gone too far, but no! That was a definite chance as Eichelkamp came in. Did really well to pull it back then, Koku. On Newman's long pass. Maybe Leeds just wavered in their concentration for a second. Yeah, and Eichelkamp, that wasn't too far wide. So again, the menace of PSV Eindhoven on the counter-attack. Valks has come up for the corner. Vink on the near post. This is Nilis. It's taken a deflection off Vink. And another goal for PSV. Well, Leeds will count themselves very unlucky there. No chance for John Lukic, totally wrong-footed by the deflection. Wim Jonk, who fired it in, but you'll see on the way from the replay here, it came off the boot of Marciano Vink. And PSV, from being a goal down, have now turned the game around. Dorigo. Pemberton. Here's Noel Whelan, the England under-21 international. Up towards Carlton Palmer. Oh, a dreadful clearance, a complete miskick then by Martin Newman. The goalkeeper has to deal with. Ronald Vathers. Pemberton. Here's Yeboah. Whelan and Dean in the middle. Still Yeboah! Great save by Waterroos. Just put his hand to it. Well, a shake of the head from Tony Yeboah. But all credit there to Waterroos for the save. The man who's become PSV's first choice goalkeeper from Stanley Benzo. Yeboah left frustrated. McAllister's corner. Jonk. Good work by the Dutch international. Never really settled with Inter, Wim Jonk. Seems a lot happier now that he's back in the Dutch game. This is Tony Dorigo. Good shot. Oh, fine save. But there's Whelan and Dean. Well, Leeds can't complain and a lack of opportunities in this first half. Once again, well, it's easy for me to say, but it looked easier to score than to miss. Dorigo with that venomous drive. Waterroos couldn't hold it. Whelan's header and over the top from Brian Dean from what, 2 or 3 yards out. Yet to score for Leeds this season, Dean. And he may not get an easier chance than that. Wim Jonk. There's Nilis. Brought down by Carlton Palmer. PSV's free kick. In a precarious situation. Angry glares between Nilis and the offender Carlton Palmer, who clearly felt he made a meal of it. Looked a foul to me. Certainly a clumsy challenge by Carlton Palmer. Now Now maybe Koku will line up a shot here. Vignon can certainly strike from distance. Oh, flicked up for Vignon, and it's a third goal. A cheeky one. John Lukic with no reply. It was just chipped up then by Nillis and hit on the volley by Vignon. Shades of that famous Coventry goal a few seasons ago with Willie Carr and Ernie Hutt, I think it was. Lukic can't get across in time, and it's 3-1 to PSV. The third goal coming with 6 minutes of the half to go. What a change around in fortunes at Ellen Road in this already very dramatic European tie. Up by Eichelkamp. Gillis. Away by McAllister. Yeboah. It all seemed to be going to plan for Leeds United early on with that goal from Gary Speed after just 5 minutes. But PSV have come back in fine style. They have now a 3-1 advantage. 3 away goals. Michael Camp. Falls here though for Pemberton. Yeboah. That's what he stood in first though. But now it's Carlton Palmer. Palmer with the shot, tipped over the bar by Valkarus. He's certainly been the busier of the two goalkeepers and has pulled off some excellent saves. Came from Roda back in '94. Ronald Valkarus. This time denying the shot from Carlton Palmer. McAllister with the corner, right at the end of the first half. David Weatherall's header, must fall over Yeboah, and eventually scrambled away. And it really has been an excellent first half for PSV Eindhoven. They've exposed Leeds' defensive flaws so clinically to seize the initiative. Leeds had the fillip of the early goal scored by the Welsh international Gary Speed, who's had to go off since injured. But PSV have punished Leeds so ruthlessly with goals from Eichelkamp, Vink and Vignon to give a half-time score at Ellen Road of Leeds 1, PSV Eindhoven 3. The European tie from Ellen Road, Leeds, where the home side are trailing PSV Eindhoven by 3-1. This after they'd gone ahead through Gary Speed early on. But it was a storming first half from PSV to not only turn that round, but also give themselves a commanding lead now. So Howard Wilkinson, no doubt, has had plenty to say at half-time, hoping his team could be a little less vulnerable defensively. And of course to show more sharpness up front. They have wasted some glittering openings. Cousins. Brian Dean couldn't control it though. Van der Veerden snapping into the tackle. New signing from Vitesse back in the summer, Van der Veerden. Getting the better of Brian Dean. Pemberton. And that was always travelling well wide of goal. 6 goals now Leeds have conceded then in 2 matches here at Ellen Road, which has been such a fortress down the years. Certainly some great European nights here in the past. But they're really up against it against this excellent PSV Eindhoven side. And remember, they are without Ronaldo, the Brazilian, who will be available, I would think, for the second leg. He's got an injury at the moment. There's the man replacing him, Eichelkamp. And he's among PSV scorers. Safely back to John Lukic, who made his 400th appearance for Leeds against his old club Arsenal back at the weekend. Dorigo. showing good pace down this left side. Dean ahead of him. And Dean taking the throw quickly to find Yeboah. Now Carson Palmer, and Leeds a full run back. 3-2. Now we've really got a tie on our hands. Carson Palmer strikes for Leeds. The goal coming just 3 minutes into the second half. A cross from Yeboah, and nobody's picked up Palmer. And he's hit it forcefully past Vavarus. Excellent footwork by Yeboah. But where was the marking on Carlton Palmer? His second goal of the season, and it's brought Leeds right back into this game. This is Yeboah now. Another chance. And Leeds are in full flow now. This Ellen Road crowd roaring them on. Dean and Yeboah fashioning this opportunity. But wide of goal. Michaelkamp. Not manoeuvred there by Gary Kelly. Away comes the young Irishman. I think he is fouled by Koku. Kelly, who's made such tremendous progress with Leeds in the past couple of seasons, just brushed aside then by Philip Koku. Palmer up towards Yeboah. The deftest of touches from him. Is that a penalty? Down goes Whelan, and the referee says no. An anguished protest from Whelan. He drifts in here. That's Vic. He looks to have upended him. Certainly the Leeds fans were on their feet. Kelly. Yeboah just drifted away from his marker then. This is Pemberton. McAllister. Yeboah to Kelly. To Leeds throw. And they're having all the possession now in the second half. Kelly with the cross. In goes Weatherall, fisted away by Vavarus, but only as far as McAllister. And it's another one! It's 3-3! Gary McAllister! Such quick thinking then by the Leeds captain. He's spotted the goalkeeper off his line, and he's chipped it so delicately beyond him into the corner. Vavarus fisting away, he stayed down under the weight of that challenge from David Weatherall. But look at the awareness there of McAllister. Vavarus scrambling to get back, can't do so. And it's 3-3. 18 minutes to go. And to the relief of the home crowd, Leeds have drawn level. Michaelkamp. Misunderstanding at the back by Leeds there. They really haven't looked secure defensively at any stage. Luke Nillis. There's another chance. There's a good save too by John Lukic to keep out the shot from Koku. Got down really well to narrow the angle then, John Lukic. Nillis who supplied the cross. And he's got in there, Koku ahead of John Pemberton. Suddenly, from dominating the game, Leeds find themselves on the defensive again. Chris van der Veerde to hurl this one in. Out by Dean, but only as far as Wim Jong. Reminiscent of the first half almost then, when it looked as if there might be a deflection. There's that chance again, and the save. Excellent work by John Lukic. Palmer. Now Kelly. That's his cross. Dean stretching but can't reach it. And Van der Veerden with the clearance. Michael Camp. Almost squeezing away from Pemberton. Maybe he will. It's a foul by the Leeds defender, John Pemberton. Proved himself a real handful tonight. René Michael Camp. Left Bruges for PSV just a week after the start of the season. It didn't go down too well with Bruges. They didn't have time to buy in a new player. Wim Jonk. And there's Nillis! And remarkably, PSV Eindhoven have struck again. Luke Nillis. The goal 7 minutes from time. And it's now Leeds 3, PSV Eindhoven 4. The chip by Wim Jonk, the finish, and so sweet it was too, from the Belgian international Luke Nillis. Well, you don't see games in Europe like this too often. One twist after another. Kelly. Ron Wallace getting nowhere though. Here's Wim Jonk. Van der Veerden. Losing out. Leeds desperate to regain possession again. David Weatherall to Kelly. Now McAllister. Yeboah. Newman for PSV. And certainly if it stays this way, they'll be very much the favourites to win the return leg. Especially with Ronaldo back in the side. Mind you, they've scored 4 without him. Just a couple of minutes left now for Leeds to save face and give themselves hope for that second leg. Here's Wim Jonk. Very impressive in midfield. Koku. Now Luke Nillis. A little 1-2 has let in Nillis again. And it's 5. 2 goals for Nillis. And Leeds was sprung apart so easily then. Well, they can't believe it. The travelling fans from Holland. 5-3 to PSV Eindhoven. Dick Advocaat, well, in his wildest dreams, he wouldn't have anticipated a scoreline like this. The 1-2 with Koku, and Nillis just stroking it past John Lukic. Well, Leeds had enough defenders back surely to cope with that. But Weatherall and Pemberton between them, unable to contain Luke Nillis. Away by Stan Bugs. And the home fans, and certainly manager Howard Wilkinson, just looking on in stunned disbelief, really. Van der Veerden with the header. Pemberton to whack it upfield again and hope for something. But Gary McAllister caught offside. Yeboah there with him. For once, Tony Yeboah not on the score sheet, not at the moment anyway. But of course he had that glaring miss in the first half. Other opportunities too. And it's no exaggeration to say there could have been a lot more goals than the 8 we've had. An extraordinary match has produced an extraordinary result. I doubt if any of the previous 99 games that Leeds have played in Europe will have matched this one for sheer entertainment value. But for the home team, well, it's a disastrous scoreline. Turning this round will mean they'll need victory by 3 clear goals in Eindhoven. And remember, PSV will have Ronaldo, their chief goal scorer, back for that game. A night of bitter disappointment for Leeds United and one of absolute triumph for PSV Eindhoven.